Hello friends, welcome back to this channel where we share 100-second videos about the subtle and not so subtle magic of life. Hello friends, welcome back to this channel where we share 100-second videos about the subtle and not so subtle magic of life. Today's video is called The Thousand Candles. It comes from an ancient Zen story about passing on light. Okay, here we go. Thousands of years ago, in a faraway land, there was a great teacher who had a wonderful habit. Every evening after sunset, he would sit outside his cottage in the soft glow of a lantern. And one evening a curious student came up to him and asked, "Why do you always sit in the light of that single lantern when the night is dark and cold? Why don't you stay warm inside?" The teacher replied, "I like the light." Then the student asked, "Can I not ask you something else?" And the teacher said, "Of course, my child. Ask away." Then the student asked, "Can I also have a lantern so I can enjoy the light like you?" The teacher said, "Sure, come with me." He took the student into his cottage, lit another lantern, and gave it to him, saying, "Here you go. Now you have your own light." Overjoyed, the student hurried out of the cottage to enjoy his new treasure. For a while, everything was fine. But soon he noticed that the other students were also sitting in their own lanterns, and he felt a bit lonely. So he went back to his teacher and asked, "Can I have another lantern so I can sit with the others?" The teacher said, "Of course, my child. Take as many lanterns as you want." The student happily accepted his offer and hurried out to join his friends. This time, he sat with the other students, but after a while he got bored. He wanted to play, but playing alone wasn't much fun, so he went back to the teacher and asked, "Can I have another lantern so I can go play with the others?" The teacher replied, "Of course, my child. Take as many lanterns as you need." The student happily accepted the offer and ran off to play. He played until his heart's content, but soon he started to feel tired and wanted to rest. However, when he tried to sit down, he realized he didn't have anyone to share the light with. And feeling a little sad, he went back to the teacher and asked, "Can I have another lantern so I can sit with someone?" And the teacher gently smiled and said, "Would you like to come with me?" The student nodded excitedly and followed his teacher outside. When they stepped out into the night, the student saw hundreds of other students sitting in groups of 2 and 3, each sharing the light of a single lantern. As they walked among the students, the teacher silently lit each lantern until the entire meadow was filled with light. Then he turned to his student and said, "Now we are sharing the light, aren't we?" The student looked at all the lights around him and realized that he had lost track of the number of lanterns he had taken. He asked, "How many lanterns did I take, master?" The teacher said, "You took 999 lanterns." The student was deeply ashamed and asked, "What should I do?" The teacher said, "Go now and light the final lantern." So the student hurried to find a corner of the meadow where he could light his last lantern without disturbing the others. As he looked around, he noticed that there was no darkness anywhere. All he saw was the soft glow of countless lanterns. And suddenly he realized that his own lantern wasn't just a lantern, it was a candle. And as long as he kept holding it, it continued to burn brightly. And as long as it burned, it gave off light too. And he knew in that moment that the light of his candle was unseparate from any of the other candles. They were all connected. When he shared his light with someone else, it didn't make his candle any smaller. In fact, it seemed to make it burn even brighter. That's when he understood the nature of the true light. So what's the meaning of this story? Well, there are many possible interpretations. For example, it could be interpreted as a metaphor for the power of meditation. Like the light of the lanterns, our inner light can illuminate the darkness of ignorance and suffering. And just as the student took more and more lanterns, we can choose to meditate more and more until we reach enlightenment. Or it could be interpreted as a metaphor for the importance of community. When we come together and share our light, we create a brighter world for everyone. Or maybe it's a metaphor for generosity. When we give to others, it doesn't make us any less wealthy. In fact, it makes us richer in all the ways that matter. What do you think? What does this story mean to you? Let us know in the comments below. Speaking of sharing light, we recently launched a podcast called Wake Up for the Day, where we talk about various topics related to personal growth, spirituality, and philosophy. We would love it if you could check it out. You can listen to it wherever you get your podcasts. And finally, before we go, we would like to thank you for being part of our community. Your support means everything to us, and we couldn't have done it without you. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel so you never miss out on any of our videos. We also have a newsletter that you can sign up for if you'd like to receive weekly doses of inspiration directly in your inbox. And if you want to learn more about our work, you can visit our website. Thank you again for watching, and we'll see you next time.